Welcome to another exciting episode of The Ravens Flock. Apologies, everyone, for running this late. We've had some severe technical issues, but nevertheless...
It's called traffic. It's called I was out of the house for 10 minutes and it turned into 57 minutes.
Push God, this way, we gotta love it.
But nevertheless, we're here, we're live, and we're here to talk with all of you. I'm your host, Jose Casabona. I'm also the host of Wrestle Rewind, and I am the founder, the content manager, and executive producer of this awesome channel. And joining me on my left is a man who's played millions of video games, even during his infantry. Seriously, you should see his baby pictures. It was the first time he held a controller. And the host of Los Amigos Play, Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, everyone. And yes, my backlog from so many years ago is still incompleted. I will never be able to escape that Super Nintendo Indiana Jones game.
How do you confuse a joystick with a pacifier?
I was like 2.
See, here's the thing. You were trying to play Super Nintendo with the controller for an Atari 2600.
Fun little fact, Atari 2600 was one of the first game consoles I actually played. I believe it was the first Mortal Kombat game. The first video game I actually held in my hands.
Damn!
But
Yeah.
Atari didn't have it.
Then I guess I was wrong on the consoles. In my defense, I was very young. But what I do recall clearly is that after I played that game, I thought, yeah, this is fun, but okay, whatever. And then, my friend showed me Crash Bandicoot 2.
Hey!
That's how you were introduced to the PlayStation.
That was officially the first PS game I've ever played.
PS1.
Ever.
PS1.
PS Alpha.
And I was never the same ever since. Truly, I made horrible decisions.
It's okay. Nobody's perfect. And joining me on my right is the host of the Black Files, my typewriter for Wrestle Rewind, the man who puts the man house behind all the videos we produce on this channel every single week. Whether it's rain, sleet, or snow, or awful Florida traffic, Juan still manages to be here. Mr. Juan Rouse.
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget the mister, and I apologize for my part in the lateness of tonight and my reaction thereof. In my defense, fucking Busch Gardens traffic, and we were literally running on fumes by the time we were getting out of there. Don't touch me!
We're all learning, Juancho.
Don't touch me!
It's all right.
I'm still sensitive and shit.
Fun fact, that was me. I purposely directed traffic to slow him down.
What?
Of course it
You
would
sabotaged the show?
You fell into my trap card, fool.
What trap card?
Stygian security.
Oh my
No!
goodness.
Not again! I can't handle this
I
shit.
put all the cars in defense mode, and you have to wait a whole ass turn to move forward.
I wonder if
Turns lasted half an hour. There's a 5-minute turn limit.
Yes.
That means you skipped 6 turns. That's
Yes.
against the rules.
No, I didn't. I used 6 copies of Pyro Clock of Destiny.
You know, it's times
That's
like these
against the rules.
You know, it's times like
Is
these I
it?
envy the Three Stooges. I'm pretty sure they're a little more coherent with each other.
Screw the rules, I have Konami. And
A
of course,
tarantula!
our thanks
Also-
to Mr. Gene Rick for the wonderful $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Happy Saturday to you. Happy Saturday to all of our beloved listeners that are currently enduring the brutal weather. Like, seriously, the sun goes down, but I can still see the haze. If I step out there, I'm going to see people catch on fire.
It's no joke. The traffic report in the car literally said, even after sundown, it's going to have real feel of 100 degrees. Be careful out there. It's not a joke.
If it's any consolation, at least the rain that will come back in the later half of the month is going to be incredible.
Indeed.
Yeah, the rain tonight isn't even going to go past I-75 headed this way. It's going to just get all of everything that's east of Tampa soaked and little drizzly, and we're still going to be just hot and humid and annoyed.
No, I'm not talking about that rain. I'm talking about the later rain. The one that comes between the end of August and the beginning of September, where all of the evaporated water just condensates like the fist of an angry
Man, ain't
seagull.
nobody got time to wait for that.
Well, they're going to have to wait.
I don't
You
want
can't
to wait. I
rush
want it to get wet.
perfection.
I
All
need
right.
it to get wet so it can stop being a little hot. Unless it's too hot and the wet just evaporates on the way down.
Okay, Juancho, I don't need to know about your fantasies, okay?
He became
And
dry.
Oh God, you're the one who wanted to be a meteorologist when you grew up.
He taxidermied himself.
And much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/theravensflock and kick.com/theravensflock. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications on all of our media content. Leave your questions and comments below. We will answer as many as we can while we're live. And if you wish to go above and beyond, whether it's YouTube or Kick, to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you will have exclusive access to all the perks that comes with being a member. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the interflockers we have in our chat, and I know we've got plenty, thank you all, by the way, for your patience once again and for showing up. Go ahead and show off those lovely custom emojis and membership badges. Let everyone know that only interflockers can rock this hard. You guys are built different. You guys are the ones who keep us pumping. You guys are the reason why we stress ourselves as much as we do in order to excel. We want to be the Bret Harts of the freaking world of YouTubing. The excellence of execution.
I don't think I'm good at
The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
I appreciate the compliment, but I don't think we're cool enough to wear pink sunglasses.
We already have black and purple in our logos over here. Just take a look at the little hint of white there,
We
and it looks
must
kind of
believe,
pink.
Joe. If you are cool enough to wear black sunglasses, we are cool enough to wear any other color of sunglasses because we here don't discriminate by color. We are enough.
We are definitely enough.
That is true.
Amen. Preach it. Folks, you also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch, our link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds here to make your voice our mission, by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel in order to best suit your needs. Let's go ahead and say hello to the folks in our chat. We got Gene Rick, Lisa Bella, Nikki Bella, Lisa Boo. Let's see here. The Strugglers back over here. Gene Rick gave us that $1.99 super chat. Thank you again. Kurisi Rando, Sama A up. Project Metal Music, how's it going? Appreciate every single one of you. Eric Cooper made it into the chat. How's everyone doing over here? Welcome to the Ravens Flock.
Welcome.
We appreciate you guys. And if anyone shows up on the kick stream, don't be shy. Go ahead and say hi.
We're all friends here.
Absolutely.
And speaking of friendship, I apologize for interrupting you. I would like to give our sincere thanks for all your support. As you have noticed, our sound quality is slightly more crisp. And more importantly, we have new, shiny, brand new mobile HM-M2 microphones, which have been purchased by the generous and ever so consistent donations of our glorious patrons. You, our beloved members of the Merchants Guild. If it wasn't for all your hard work and all the money that you have generously rained on top of us, we would have never gotten this far.
I guess
this is only step one.
I guess Kurisi Rando Sama, who gave us that, gave us these microphones, is now the head of the Merchants Guild.
Oh snap!
Yeah, she bought it off
I
of
do
our
believe the
wish
struggler
list.
has just become an inner flocker.
Yeah!
Welcome! Awesome!
Thanks, my man.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Thank you so much.
Well,
for
it's your
everything.
boy, but yes,
He's
thank you.
Our boy.
Welcome to the brotherhood.
Let us
the
all
siblinghood.
struggle together.
All right, now,
Indeed.
gentlemen, to bring it back, I do need to ask one important question.
What is that question?
It has been years. How the hell did this little bitch get past our radar?
Okay, number one, she's a child. Cut it out.
She's like 10.
I don't say that insultingly.
How did this small female... Okay, no.
Wow.
The case is, there is a lot of things that fly by the world of social media, and one of the most fascinating ones to me is these people that show up, become massive stars overnight, and then suddenly disappear. It's bizarre. It's like a firework. Comes out, explodes, fades away. And I barely have time to blink before yet another Twitch streamer with 3 million followers that came out of nowhere gets involved into some insane controversy. And this has been the wildest one we've seen recently, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing. I, unfortunately, have known of this child, have known of this personality, and there's a very simple explanation why it flew under y'all's radar, why it flew under the radar of the Ravens Flock.
I mean, that was rhetorical, but go on.
You know what the answer is. You know what the answer is,
I already
Angel.
know what the answer is.
No, I don't.
We never
Say it
asked.
with me, gents.
We
You
never asked.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that. But to be fair, the world is filled to the brim with people like this.
But
There's-
have we ever heard of anyone who only at the age of 8 years old shows up on Instagram, shows up on Twitter, shows up on social media, and absolutely inflames and agitates the world at large quite as sharply as the personality known as Lil Tay?
Who we were talking about, because in the last 48 or so hours, the curse
Actually,
of...
more like 72
In the last
hours.
72 or so hours, the curse of life of this miraculously famous child actress has sort of flown all over the place in what I can only be described as a roller coaster of events. Like, that was like, what, 3 episodes of a soap opera in like one go?
About
crazy.
that. Yeah, right
Okay.
about that, give or take.
Now, let's just put it to you this way, folks. If number one, if you did not know a damn thing about this person, Lil Tay, then bless you, because you are way better off than you had any right to be.
Yeah, this is getting bizarre.
It's-
Who is Lil Tay? The making and marketing of a 9-year-old meme machine. Can you call it a meme if I don't even know she existed until now?
I'll break this down for you over here, and we're gonna share this fine article to our audience here on the YouTube chat and on our Kick chat over here. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, Lil Tay is the hardest motherfucker who ever walked the earth. She was only 8 years old, and she's stacked with millions of dollars. She's got all the money. She's got all the mansions. She's got all the cars. She doesn't need to know how to drive or have a license. She'll drive, and she don't give a damn.
But how did a 9-year-old child become so impossibly, incredibly famous and fantabulously rich? Did she won the lottery? Is she some sort of genius or artist? Like, somebody please tell me what the hell did she actually do?
According to her, in one of her Instagram videos, she was working hard, moving bricks.
Ah?
That's slang for dealing drugs.
Okay,
Angel.
no, not even in the in no context does this makes work. How do you move bricks as a 9-year-old? Any kind of brick,
Any kind?
construction and or drug-addled bricks.
Well,
is she doing that thing that rappers do, where she brags about her own crimes and then ends up in jail like 10 years later?
She brags like that's the idea that she gives in order to get people to pay attention to try to explain.
Because any
away.
publicity is good publicity.
I guess. I mean, this is clearly a child trying to be edgy for the sake of edge, but the fact that she's making all this money, how do I explain this? You ever seen a vegan lion?
A vegan lion? No, never. That's because they don't exist.
Exactly, but when you see one, you know who's making the decisions. It's not the lion.
It ain't the lion.
It ain't the
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and if a child shows up and starts bragging about moving drugs and making millions and millions of dollars, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that there is some troublesome shit going down on the back.
Now, this is an article from the New Yorker on their website, on the article column known as The Cut.
Okay. I'll go ahead and read it off. That's fine.
All right.
Yep.
Read it off if you dare. Let's go ahead and...
Yeah, let's break right into it. So,
Well, by the way, it's by who? Lauren Levy, photographed by Philip Chung.
All right. Now, the Lil Tay fairy tale, tale, get it, guys? Tale, begins not with once upon a time, but
you already know what it is.
I have not, in fact, ever heard of this.
If you were on Instagram or the internet at
Oh,
all,
well, that explains it.
I wasn't on
Instagram.
Go ahead.
If you were on Instagram or the internet at all last spring, you very well may. Her toilet, Lil Tay announced, costs more than your mama's rent. So, does her wardrobe, her bed, her jewelry, really anything in her vicinity? Her kitchen is bigger than your entire living room. She wears Gucci belts. Well, you scrolled a little fast. She wears Gucci belts across her chest like sashes, and Louis Vuitton belts draped around her waist.
Those names sound very expensive.
She's almost
They are.
exclusively seen holding a stack of cash, and I'm only
9 years old.
Not only has the grammar schooler driven a Rolls Royce, granted only 5 feet in a parking lot, but she's kicked one so hard she left a dent. She is, as she likes to put it,
The youngest flexor of the century.
there are in the social media universe two kinds of influencers, meaning people who make money one way or another by amassing a following. There are those who pose thoughtfully for Instagram while reading book of Rupi Kaur's poetry by candlelight, a cup of tea by their side. These people hope to eventually get paid to post content for a wellness startup. Their lives are, at least from a Gwyneth Paltrow-ish perspective, too perfect to believe.
But in the manner of the Donald Trump of the 80s of tabloid fame, the second group of influencers takes an almost opposite path. They tend to be younger and make their mark not on Instagram but YouTube. They look straight at the camera and make statements meant only to shock. They're fourth graders, but they curse. They're white, but they speak in black accent. They get face tattoos. So people stop and stare. They repeat catchphrases like the youngest flexor of the century to give viewers a mnemonic device by which to remember them. Their specialty is becoming living, breathing memes, blips of pop culture that live in 10-second clips of viral videos.
That is a very good description. I like it.
The attention sticks if they can attach themselves to a song or TV show.
Ah, so basically you become famous by being thoughtful, or you become famous by being controversial, and we know which route this one took.
Exactly. A whole separate Hollywood is sprouted in Los Angeles for those who, to capitalize on this off-fleeting kind of fame. In apartment buildings on Vine, and once they make some money in the Hollywood Hills, meme stars team up, sometimes living together in McMansions, sharing their followings and clout, all angling towards a more lucrative hustle, most often in hip-hop.
Pursue it.
Like, literally, this little girl, okay, that's just a taste of the article of this kid. I kid you fucking not. When was this written again? Because I'm actually trying to find.
Yeah, Juan's gonna look it up, but Juan's
this was the original profile back in 2019.
This feels like the zenith of Zoomer culture.
The zenith of Zoomer. Okay.
This is the end point. Like small children performing outrageous stunts for money and fame, and getting more money and fame in one day than the average actor, writer, or Hollywood star can make in like a year's of contract.
Also, Linda's in the chat. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's fine. That's okay.
Hello, Linda. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Ravens flock.
Linda, for the record, you're on. Hey, up there. Welcome to the Ravens flock. And yo, Struggler is saying, oh, a Blacksand. Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
they fed this young child several pounds of Negronomics. She will never be the same.
It was Ebonics like crazy.
Right. So up until last night, I didn't know that she existed. Juan spoke to me about it and sent me over some material to look over. And I watched the material, and all I gotta say is, wow, the cojones on this girl for putting herself out there at such a young age.
There is something about this that gives me like a bad feeling, because it strikes me that, okay, fine, children are stupid and they do stupid shit for attention, but making this much money and this much clout in one go, it feels like, I don't know, there's something sinister about it.
Okay, you're gonna love this shit. The way it worked out is that she got herself attached to rappers like nobody's business very quickly. She showed up on in Rice Gum's music.
Rice Gum. It's been a while.
Yeah, I know, but you got to remember, this was 2018. This is back when Rice Gum was relevant.
Yeah,
but that's not important.
But even then, it still feels like something that the parents arrange for. Like most of the time, the average grown-ass internet star prefers to stay the hell away from children.
You're not wrong.
The ones that don't usually end up in awkward positions with social media.
She also had a very popular friendship with another meme lord teenage chick by the name of Whoa Vicky, who's a. You're okay. I'm glad that you guys don't know. Well, you know now, Jose, because I forced you to watch.
It's one of those Zoomer things that I am too old to understand.
No, Angel.
No. Juan's gonna explain.
In 2018, 2016, 17, she was a white girl who basically announced herself as black. And she was liggity as hell.
That one.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
She basically became Whoa Vicky's BFF forever.
I miss Vine. I miss Vine so much, guys.
Well, you'll find this hilarious. One of the more famous controversies that she had was getting mingled up when Whoa Vicky was about to try to have a fight with the Cash Me Outside girl.
Oh, God.
I know. We're getting so
Cash
many.
Me outside. How about that?
You're getting so many ancient memes thrown your way. Dong 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 dong. Dong 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 dong. Dong dong dong.
Wow.
It's okay. We have a glass door. Just whatever you do, don't throw your head too hard into it.
I need a moment to think about this.
We can't hear Angel. He's saying he needs a moment. It's funny that you mentioned Vine, because one of the more infamous little videos that she showed where she was flexing and driving in her Lamborghini was throwing cash with Jake Paul.
I don't understand.
Because of course she's gonna throw cash with Jake Paul.
No. See, people doing stupid shit online for attention, I understand. What I don't understand is how they become so rewarded for it. Normally, to make that kind of money and obtain that kind of clout, you have to actually do something. You have to act in a film, produce music, make a game, write a book, commit a war crime.
Create some piece of content that's worthwhile.
Something that is worth. But this feels like setting up a factory of fireworks.
She was a meme. She was a meme machine. And then it was only a few...
Free will is a myth. Religion is a joke. We are all pawns, controlled by something greater.
You triggered him, Juan.
The DNA of the soul.
I hope you're happy.
Absolve you of all guilt when you needed it. Remove accountability when you wanted it. Until the illusion was broken. No, for real though. It feels like the meme culture has exploded a little too far, because we are making famous people that have no business being famous. This was just a dumb girl that says some dumb shit online. How did she become different from all the others?
Well,
Because
I'll explain it to you here, Angel. She was actually very well connected. Her mother was, according to many rumors and according to many exposés, was the mastermind behind it all.
Yeah,
and
that
she was
explains it
coached
more.
by her older brother.
oh,
She
I
was
see.
coached by her older brother to speak as ignorant as possible in their words. There was even a video, I don't remember who put it up. It was a video that was put up that showed her actually rehearsing.
Oh,
And she was like, I don't want to do it anymore.
oh, so she's a child actress.
Afraid so.
So yeah, no, this already like the layers of disturbing are beginning to mount on. Thank you.
With her
Yeah.
mother being a real estate agent to very wealthy folks, which explains how they had access to big mansions and big fancy cars.
For all we know, she didn't own a single one of those things.
Likely did not.
Yeah.
And after a short while, just like you said, flash of the pan, firework, she vanished from the public eye by choice on
Came and
purpose.
went.
It was in order for her to try to get out of the spotlight. It was in order for her to try to lead a normal life. And then and
Oh, boy.
fucking then
Danny got oh, hello, Jen Pearson. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome,
today. I appreciate it.
welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
And for the
Juancho?
record, Your Honor, as well. Thank you for joining us today. Yeah, see, the struggler is feeling me on a personal level because this feels like I'm. Remember that film? What was that film where they water the plants with electrolytes? Idiocracy.
idiocracy.
You
Yeah,
feel like we're reaching that level of idiocracy. Like everybody looked at what seems to be a child basically being groomed into an NPC by her family, and the first reaction was throw her $1 million.
Oh, but Angel, this story is about to take a turn for better or worse, depending on your point of view, or your worldview.
It can only get worse.
it was actually announced in a terrible, terrible, tragic tale that Lil Tay had passed away
Damn.
at the age of 14.
Lil
I-
Tay has passed away. You don't say.
I do say, and I will say, and I'm going to continue to say,
But that is
sadly,
just not okay. Where are you going, Little Tay?
Today's
Oh,
just
Tay.
not.
I don't like green onions and ham. I don't like them, Sam I am.
here's what I'm going to
All
do.
right,
I'm going
go on.
to actually pull up the screenshot I took of the announcement that was posted on her Instagram. Where is you, Jose? I'm trying to find you.
Don't worry about me. Just go.
No, I'm saying I'm trying to find you on Messenger so I
Okay,
can check.
well, that's not important. You don't have to send me anything.
No, I have to send it to you so I can pull it up.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it was announced August 9th.
Huh.
It was a terrible and
Fairly
tragic
recent.
day for anyone because this sort of announcement hit everybody out of nowhere. It was an RKO, Jose.
Yeah, it just kind of happened like, oh, yeah, no, and suddenly she's dead. Wait, what? It became a combination of, oh, she's dead, combined with, who is dead? Why are they dead? Predictably, the news went crazy screaming and shouting about it, and the average YouTuber got some good old mileage out of that, like we're doing right now. Because, I mean, when somebody at that age dies that young, and there's so that explosive career in celebrity, people start wagging tongues. Questions begin to be answered. What was that 14-year-old doing with that much money and primes? Where is she getting all this money from? How did she... Oh, her mom was rich. Oh, her brother was basically training her to be this way. Like, can you imagine how fucked up that feels like? Like, think about that for a second. Your own family trains you to be a meme. You are an ID tagged meme.
I think that's probably because the parents know where the money is at.
Yeah, in children.
Oh, God.
Artificially made memes set out to feed the populace and to use the power of clout to generate money. You best start believing in cyberpunk stories, Miss Swan.
You're in them.
You're in them now.
Now the screenshot that Juan's gonna send is directly from Lil Tay socials, right?
Yep,
Yes, this
and
is
it
the
says-
Instagram that was
Hang on,
was
let's
put
wait
up.
until Juan.
Why is it not oh, that's why I forgot.
Oops.
I know what I'm doing. I'm smart.
There
Here
we
we
go.
go.
There we
Let me blow this up.
Yeah, blow it
This
up.
is
to the-
on August 9th,
Yep.
and this was on Lil Tay's verified Instagram page.
Yep, and it says, it is with a heavy heart that we are devastated to news of our beloved Claire's sudden and tragic passing. We have no words to express the unbearable loss and indescribable pain. This outcome was entirely unexpected. Why, were you expecting it to happen eventually? Like, Jesus. And left us all in shock. Her brother's passing, her brother also died, adds an even more unimaginable depth to our grief. During this time of immense sorrow, we kindly ask for privacy as we grieve this overwhelming loss. As the circumstances surrounding Claire and her brother's passing are still under investigation, that's already suspicious. Claire will forever remain in our hearts, her absence leaving an irreplaceable void that will be felt by all those who knew and loved her. At least until we find another child that we can properly groom into a walking billboard for you to throw tomatoes to.
Now, this was actually liked at the time that I grabbed the screenshot by over 850,000 people. So nearly 1 million folks on Instagram.
In the words
like
of
that.
Patrick Star, who are you people?
This is a legit screenshot. I made sure to grab this because this was fucking dreadful and shameful.
Notice how they just casually just drop. Oh yeah, and her brother is dead too.
They don't even name her brother.
Who
Sus.
cares? He's an NPC. Die.
Sus.
The
Yeah.
admin just went, yeah, this code is not correct. Just delete this one.
But yeah, that was very, very, very
I
heavy
need
news
tag
for
memes for
everyone
every
to
tag
take
NPCs.
in, and it really sucks that Lil Tay is gone.
Yeah, I mean, hell, even if you didn't know who she was, or even if you disliked her content, the death of a child is still a tragic thing. But of course, everybody's gonna be asking, okay, that's horrible, but
What
how? Yeah, now under investigation for what?
Sadly,
Where?
Angel.
Is it an accident? Is it a crime? Is it
Unfortunately,
suicide?
unfortunately, Angel, that's a question that we'll never have an answer to.
Yeah,
Because she's not dead!
because she's not actually. Yeah, in less than 24 hours after the first announcement, the roller coaster took a 90-degree turn and plunged into
It's secret or ass!
the frigid
Screw Busch
waters
Gardens
of
for the
Busch
traffic.
Gardens. Is the food still good there?
I wouldn't know.
Oh,
You'd
the
have
Busch
to
Gardens?
ask K-Storm.
I haven't been there in a while.
I haven't been there in years.
They had some amazing barbecue ribs.
You would have to ask K-Storm. They were there last.
I'll try it
With, I believe she was there with Zayanna Rose and Dragonfang.
Oh, I
That's
hope they're doing
that's a
okay.
topic for another time.
But yes,
let's
Struggler,
let's-
literally who is the reaction of many people who basically just went, who is this person? Oh, she was famous?
She was a
died?
meme.
She was a meme that died, but not really died.
It's kind of weird, like how the sphere of Twitter and the sphere of Instagram and the sphere of Facebook are both deeply connected, but at the same time very separate. Like some people can be well known on one and complete zeros in another. It's so strange.
Kind of like the Ravens flock. Be sure to share our content, like and subscribe.
Wrong. We are always in the only place that matters. Your heart. Wait. Your heart. Wait. The heart.
All right, let's go ahead and
Okay, listen. It was bizarre because folks, all sorts of different media and press outlets,
He's got news
and
coverage.
also TMZ, had reached out to the different law enforcement agencies in LA, in Canada, where she was originally from, and everywhere where people knew where Lil Tay had lived. No one, and their mother, no one could provide a straight answer. They literally said, there was even one LAPD spokesperson who said, we literally can't be bothered to investigate this because there's nothing to this.
Like this.
There's no details. There's nothing on
Like
this.
you just told me this child disappeared. Like, where, do you have a body? Like, give me something. Listen, bro. Do you see this stack of files? These are crimes. I have to investigate all this. You're throwing another one on top of the pile. You better bring me some evidence that a person actually died, because as far as I know, this child may not even exist.
There was even some folks who thought that there were even folks online, some internet sleuths who were trying to go on Twitter, not X, Twitter.
Twitix.
No,
Jetix by Disney Channel.
oh my
I
god!
miss JetX. That was fun.
All right,
But
well,
and they were trying to say oh, there's this news article in Lake Ontario where some kids were jet skiing and there was an accident and one of them died. Like, really? Do we know if it was a boy or a girl?
Do we know if humans even live in Ontario?
Couldn't get a straight answer.
Exactly, because that's the plot twist. Nobody actually lives
Where
in
did my
Ontario.
mouse go?
it's somewhere down
But
there.
yeah,
but there should be an article explaining what the hell actually happened.
That's why
right?
I'm looking for the mouse so I can share the article.
Sorry, guys. The man is trying to stop Juan from delivering the truth.
Juan. The mouse is right here.
Give me that.
Just like an actual mouse,
say-
it's scurried between his legs.
Ah!
Squeak through.
At least I get to have something squirming between my legs.
Ha 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 ha.
Virgins. Anyway.
Or like mice.
All right.
No, they do it doggy style. Isn't that weird?
You don't. Well,
What
it's
as
not.
weird as that time when rats basically tangle their tails on each other and they starve to death in big clumps. It looks fucked up.
All right, so let's pull this up in an article provided
This-
by
TMC.
Goddamn TMZ.
Lil Tay, I am not dead.
I wish we could make this up.
Is it just me, or does she look remarkably older in every picture?
Well,
Not in
it's
that-
not a bad photo. I'll
Not
see
in,
that.
not in the way that she's grown up, but like this girl has been aged.
This girl has seen some shit. Or rather, this girl is just tired of shit.
Can
I'm
you
not
blame
sure.
her?
No, if I were being harangued and wrangled by my parents in order to make me a baby billionaire at the expense of my individuality, I'd be tired of that shit too.
By the way, no matter what happens, her life is basically ruined from this point on, right? Because
Well,
kids are cruel. And you can guide them into committing all sorts of atrocities.
All right, so in an article
God
provided by TMZ of all things, yes, the headline reads, Lil Tay, I'm not dead. In
She
big,
called,
bold
like,
Did
letters.
she
They
type
pub-
the article herself?
no, look at the timestamp. The day after, like 10:30 in the fucking
Not
morning.
even 24 hours after, she revealed that she's in fact alive.
Social media personality Lil Tay is very much alive, claiming her Instagram account was compromised and used to spread jarring misinformation about her and her brother's death.
Huh.
In a statement provided to TMZ from Tay's family, she tells TMZ, I want to make it clear that my brother and I are safe and alive, but I'm completely heartbroken and struggling to even find the right words to say. It's been a very traumatizing 24 hours. All day yesterday, I was bombarded with endless heartbreaking and tearful phone calls from loved ones, all while trying to sort out this mess.
This is corporate bullshit. No 14-year-old talks like that.
Well, you can bet that she's at least got enough some nerve to say this. She also says, my Instagram account was compromised by a third party and used to spread jarring misinformation and rumors regarding about me to the point that even my name was wrong. My legal name is Tay Tian, not Claire Hope.
Oh, I thought it was like a stage name, Little Tay, but
No,
okay.
no.
No, I guess it's the real deal. Okay.
So go friggin' figure.
Okay, now we know something. Cool.
It's crazy, yeah. Tay thanks Meta for helping to get her Instagram account back, and the phony death statement has been removed. What's still unclear is why it took Tay 24 hours to get word out that she's alive, especially because she says she was aware her account was hacked and was getting phone calls about her death.
So this past Wednesday, TMZ contacted police in the Vancouver. Okay, my bad, not Ontario, but Vancouver.
Okay, that explains it.
Vancouver,
People
British
do
Columbia,
live in
right?
Vancouver.
All right, so Vancouver area, as well as family members who were totally in the dark and who know nothing of her passing, and now we know why.
Yeah.
Tay's fake death was announced Wednesday morning on her Instagram. The statement said, quote, sudden tragic passing is an unbearable loss, adding her family is in complete shock.
The statement also claimed her brother died. Her brother's passing adds an even more unimaginable death to our grief.
Now, this was, again, a freaking thing on her mess over here.
Yeah.
Lil Tay got her fame.
She's gathered 3.2 million followers, but hadn't posted on her account since 2018.
Yeah,
Damn.
Lil Tay got her fame as the world's youngest flexer that rapped and showed off a lavish lifestyle across social media.
Kind of reminds me of the Fortnite rap, but that for some reason it became famous.
Good freaking lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, nasty custody battle.
Oh.
Oh, this is interesting. You'll recall Tay was caught in the middle of a nasty custody battle between her parents, Angela Tian, and her father, Christopher Hope. One we were told had been going on in court since 2018. Around the same time, the influencer went radio silent online.
I mean, considering what they turned his daughter into, I can't really blame him.
Oh,
So,
man. So
I don't even remember exactly which. Okay, yeah.
Is her brother dead or not?
No, her brother's not dead. And according
Okay.
to the TMZ article, yeah, her account was hacked by a third party, by some unknown assailant, some unknown person.
So, good news. The child is not dead. In fact, for all we know, nobody's dead. It might have just been just a troll with bad
That's fine.
intentions, screwing with
Good.
everything.
Don't be dead.
Bad news. This girl's life is never going to be normal.
It wasn't normal from
she
the
will
word go.
never emotionally recover from this.
Ugh. You know what I fucking don't understand? How is it, like, we brought this up earlier. How the hell is it that a meme machine that was coached in by her mother and her older teenage brother in order for her to try to sound gangsta and dumb as shit, how the hell did she get 3.2 million fucking followers on Instagram? How the hell is she getting any fucking rap deal?
Children. Think
Kids.
about it.
No!
She's like what, middle school right now?
Yeah!
Well, that means that there's a bunch of middle schoolers using Instagram because middle schoolers are dumb as hell and we really should not give them social media. So look at it from the point of view of middle schoolers. Your classmate, that girl right there, cute little Tay, she has more money than you, your family, your father's family, your father's family's family will ever had. And all she had to do was get in front of the TV and do ebonics. She basically took a shortcut to fame and power and became the most powerful 14-year-old in the world. And
8-year-old.
Sorry, 8-year-old in the world. And all she had to do was be at the right place at the right time. People love that shit. You know why? Because this is the PG version of Hollywood celebrity worship.
Unfortunately, Angel does have a point. There are influencers on social media that will, like, do the minimalist thing, like the dumbest things or crazy things, just to get more followers, to get more money, to make it.
It's corporate memes.
Case in point, that asshole Durf that we talked about weeks ago.
Yeah, there you go. See? They're basically selling you. No, man, you. See, here's the point. Obviously, it's not that simple. It took her brother coaching her mom having an enormous amount of money and capital, and the right connections to get her to that position. This is an artificially created meme, which is why most likely we never heard about it. It's just there specifically to create the idea, to sell you the dream, that if you're in the right place, in the right time, maybe you too one day could be a huge star by getting in front of the camera and saying some dumb shit, which was, ironically, real in the early 2000s when YouTube exploded and people could become famous for no reason. But people forget that there is a process, there are connections, and there's a lot of luck involved into this. Fun fact, do you know that in OnlyFans, only 1% of the girls there make any actual money worth a damn?
I don't doubt it.
Painfully aware. I have friends who do that.
Like only 1%. The majority of them barely make enough to make ends meet, and the vast majority of them barely make anything at all. But OnlyFans doesn't sell you that. It sells you the idea that, hey girl, you look good enough. Show your junk for $5 and we'll make you a billionaire. And this is the exact same thing. It's literally celebrity worship on a different status.
Unfortunately, that is true. Now, that being said, Juancho, do you need to pop open a cold one with all your friends? I mean, we're friends and fiends, but we're boys and not girls in between.
Well, to be fair, we are the boys, and cracking a cold one with the boys is a known stress reliever.
Well, the boys are back in town.
The boys are back in town!
I would be popping a cold one with the boys, because... but unfortunately, there were milkshakes that brought y'all to the yard, so I don't know if there's any sort of...
I'm sorry, they were better than yours.
They'd teach me, but they'd have to charge.
All right.
Yeah,
now, we do have...
This is fucking painful!
Yeah.
I cannot fucking stand this. I'm over here threadbare in cash trying to have us make ends meet. We bust our ass for over a decade in order to make the Ravens flock even marginally successful. Our mouse is scrolling beyond stuff and I can't understand why.
The mouse is losing it.
And here we have a little 9-year-old who's literally had gone through shit and gone on camera saying she didn't want to do it. But they fucking pressed it on her because they turned their daughter / little sister into their meal ticket, and they fucking get money and made me fight off of that shit. I don't get it. Fucking put in the capital and put in the effort behind people who give a shit, behind people who provide you something. We provide you something. We provide you a fucking platform. You guys have given us this platform, and we're trying to do good by it. It's crazy. We're stupid with it, but we do it for the right fucking reasons, the right fucking way.
I'm sorry.
Where the hell's my goddamn Lambos?
You don't impress enough 9-year-olds who are not getting a damn cent.
Fuck them kids.
Maybe so.
Fuck them kids by Michael
Maybe
Jordan.
so, but we're proud to say that we created this content and we never had to force any 9-year-old kids.
There is one particular aspect that genuinely worries me about this obsession with social media and growth. Is the fact that people genuinely, and I know I sound like I'm genuinely booming here, but nobody really thinks about the children, and it's a little worrisome. There was this particular case that there has been severe reports of children who are falling into depression and becoming outright suicidal because their mothers are doing OnlyFans content. And let's not lie to ourselves, bros. You can do whatever you want with your body, but when you're a parent, you have a responsibility to your children, and your actions reflect on them. And when I say that children are cruel, you have forgotten how cruel children can be. Like, imagine your bully's beating your ass, and the last thing he tells you is, and tell your mom to put most pics of her ass on OnlyFans. Something similar to that happened a while ago. There was, I forgot her name. In fact, I know.
Yeah, Matthew Coburn, welcome to the show.
Thank
I'm
you.
losing my mind and I'm weeping over our empty bank accounts.
Thanks, Struggler. We appreciate it, bro.
You know, you don't have to project.
With whiskey
It's not a matter
in the
of
yard.
projecting.
Now, it gets better here. There was a particular clip that genuinely made me feel sick to my stomach. I don't know her name. I will not bother looking it up. She's apparently a well-known OnlyFans actress, and she goes to a talk show. At the talk show, the talk show host actually asks her, so you have children, and I understand that they could get into some serious social issues if they know that their mom is basically posting her naked money online for strangers. Doesn't that bother you? Doesn't it bother you that your children might feel bad about this? And her response made me feel so sick I almost threw up. She said, and I quote, "They can cry about it inside the Lamborghini."
Wow.
And she just, no hesitation, she just dropped it in there. And I swear to God, the host, who is like an older gentleman who looks to be in his like early 50s.
Was he bald and did he have a mustache?
I don't think it was Dr. Phil.
Good, it better not be Dr. Phil because
No.
he's a hack.
All right, but go on,
The
Angel.
dude's face, I swear to God, fortunate son played through his brain in slow motion at that point. Because this man just basically looked at the new generation and realized, I should have not gone to war for you motherfuckers. Like, yeah, no, she just dropped that right there and then. And that shows the monumental flaw of what social media turns you. It turns you into a thoroughly 100% selfish person. You only think of you and what you're making, and you don't care about anything else. Because I want you to look very carefully at me and tell me, if you were a mother or a father, if you were a parent, and you basically decided that you were going to sell your body to make money, and you didn't consider your child, do you have the right to call yourself a parent at that point?
The argument could be made by the parent that they're not doing it for themselves in order to get fame and fortune. They're doing it in order to provide their children the life that they deserve.
That's a good point. That depends on the motive behind it.
That's great. Tell that to the child now. Because, listen, motivations don't mean jack squat when you compare them to their results. The only thing that matters is results. And the results means that I would rather live poor than know that my parents had to prostitute themselves for me. And that woman clearly is not prostituting herself for her children. She's doing it for herself, and she genuinely does not care. And there is thousands like her. And here we have a similar example. The mother clearly does not care about her child. She cares about her child making money. She made her money, and she's going to turn her daughter... No, wait, no. She has turned her daughter into a golden egg-laying goose. And she's going to have that goose lay eggs until the end of time. Because what's going to happen when she becomes a teenager?
She's already a teenager. She's 14.
I apologize. What happens when she literally becomes an adult? What is her life going to be? Who cares? She's rich. What about the problems of basically turning yourself into a clown for millions of people? Who cares? She's rich. What about the fact that you're basically ruining your childhood, destroying your social connections, and being coached into behaving as... Who cares? They are rich.
Oh, my God.
And we have used that logic to literally turn those people that have more money than us into less than human.
This type of lifestyle feels very, very familiar now that I'm thinking about it.
The issue with this is the exploitation of the child.
Yes.
It's that simple. It doesn't really correlate that much with your OnlyFans analogy, and I understand what you're trying to get at. But the fact does remain that this could be that this is a child personality that's clearly been taken advantage of by her mom and her older brother. The fact that one of the fucking videos that she had when she got verified on Instagram and Twitter, I think it was just Instagram, was she showed up a fucking blue checkmark cake and she pied someone who's clearly an actor, someone who's clearly paid, who was on a scooter, an actual freaking Razor scooter, and she pies them in the face. It's like,
do you think she has any friends?
If she has friends, you better.
Friends.
If she has friends, you better believe they either are trying their best to have her clout rub off on them when she's trying to lead a normal life, or if she has any real friends, they're trying like hell to give her whatever tool necessary she needs to get the fuck out from under her parents, her family's thumb when she turns 18.
That much money and power at that age is arrested. Remember Little Richie?
Little Richie?
Yeah, Little Richie.
You mean from what?
The cartoon.
Don't you mean Richie Rich?
Richie Rich.
Richie Rich, yeah, I remember the cartoon and the movie.
It strikes me that he was surprisingly well, balanced. He actually had friends.
Oh, yeah.
His biggest flaw is that he wasn't socially conscious because he wouldn't understand how people weren't as rich as his. But this is not going to be a good feel story. Like, guys, this girl is going to grow up completely fucked up.
Yeah,
because when she gets old enough to realize what her mother did to her.
Yeah, no, we've seen this happen with, to draw a comparison, with Britney Spears and her parents.
Yeah. What's the situation between those guys again now?
Yeah. Conservatorship.
What was the old saying from that famous writer? Children grow up loving their parents. After a while, they judge them, but rarely, if ever, will they forgive them. And I get the feeling that a few years from now, when she's old enough, because let's be honest, she's a teenager now. I know for a fact that I was not making conscious decisions with proper working brain when I was 14.
We were stupid.
And I wasn't rich, so I didn't have enough money to wave away all my problems. When she gets old enough, and she realizes just what her family has done to her, it's not going to be pretty.
No, it's not.
It's going to be a disaster, and the only thing we could say over here is, God help that kid.
God help that kid.
Yeah.
I'm going to just take this tripod.
I mean, I'm happy that she's not dead, but in a few decades, she's going to wish she was.
No, she's not. Let's hope that's not the case. We wish Like, listen, it's annoying that she got this much attention for all the dumbest wrong reasons. It's stupid. I can opine and howl to the void of how absolutely mentally deficient the entirety of the meme hood of this character Lil Tay had been.
He's a child, man.
But I'm not gonna wish ill on the kid.
Me
I'm not
neither.
gonna wish them that.
No.
I'm not gonna wish ill on them at all.
Oh no.
I
Well-
wish that she had better family members who didn't
Yeah.
treat her like a mule.
The thing is, it's not a matter of wishing ill. It's a matter of action and consequence. Best case scenario, when this whole thing blows over and when her fame finally tapers away a long time from now, she can just retire with her millions of dollars and live a happy, productive life by herself.
I doubt that she actually gets the chance to keep those millions of dollars.
Worst case scenario, not only does she not get a chance to keep those millions of dollars, but she becomes way too entrenched into this, and we get Bam Margera Part 2.
Let's hope. That
Oh,
doesn't
let's
happen.
hope not. Yeah, no, we've seen this
I
happen
hope.
before with the Bam Margera and his family, Britney Spears and her family. I'm pretty sure Brooke Hogan went through the same thing with with Hulk Hogan
The
in the
children
family.
of rich parents,
Let's keep
man.
the Hogans out of this thing.
The
Okay.
children of rich
You're hooked.
parents always get messed up by their own parents because with all that money, apparently they couldn't afford good parenting classes.
You should have been watching them. Apparently, you ain't parents. Thank
Damn.
you, Marshall Mathers. Dear God Almighty. Let's see what you guys have to say in the chat over here, because I know this is insane. Let's see.
Slurs!
Whiskey in the jar. Aaron Cooper. Could he see throwing up slurs? This is such bullshit, says Struggler over here. I would actually crack open a boy with the cold ones.
Thanks,
Ow.
fam. Wait.
Love his. Okay, you have another voice fan, Angel. That would be Linda over here.
Oh, well, thank you kindly. I appreciate it.
Let's see. Who are 3.2 million people? Who the fuck? Who are you people?
Who are you? Like, yeah, where does this fame come from? Where does it go when it's over?
It's
Like,
crazy,
okay,
man.
Sundowner, and talking about the memes and children are cruel.
Demand for TikTokers
That's
is
not
about
Sundowner, that's Monsoon.
No, I did Sundowner a
He
while
did
ago.
Sundowner as well. He was saying the kids
We
are
gotta
cruel.
find a child and turn him into one of us. Demand for TikTokers is about to blow up. Like the good old days after
Oh,
9
God Almighty!
We're
enough,
not
you
going there.
jackasses. He just wanted another excuse to be
I
able to
miss
say
Vine.
this.
I
Vine
really
doesn't
do.
miss us.
At least 90% of the time, Vine was adults doing adult dumb shit.
It wasn't. There were just as many teens in
Yeah,
in
but I could
Vine.
just ignore those. They would never become famous. And now here we
Yeah,
are.
then we had Logan and Jake Paul.
Yes, I know. Like I said, exception to the rule.
There's no way to. Oh my God! I
That's
don't
it.
have a second.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next piece
Let's
of
just
news.
talk about something else, please.
Yes, please. Let's go ahead and move on. Juan, you good, man?
Don't touch me.
He needs time to think about it.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and pivot it away from Lil Tay. I think there was another article you wanted to share,
I
or
didn't.
at this point is
What article are you talking about?
no, there was another thing that you had pulled up, but
It was all Little Tay shit.
oh, never mind then. All right. Well, then let's go ahead and move on to the next piece of news over here.
Whoops. Apologies.
No, you're
What's
fine.
up, Angel?
Let me just roll the volume on this down. What's it? Oh, this one. Yes.
Is this the
some,
one you wanted to go with next?
some good news for once would be nice.
Angel, take it away.
Let's talk about video games a little bit.
Yay!
You know, bring a little bit of joy and mirth to our lives. As you guys know, we had a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right now. Apparently, it's doing pretty well. Despite my reservations about the art style, I'm willing to give it a shot, see how it turns out. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be ass. Hopefully, it'll be good. But the point is, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a fantastic franchise.
Indeed, they're heroes in a half shell.
Turtle power.
Yeah, exactly.
Somehow, like 99% of the media they produce has been fantastic.
and
in
then we
fact-
had Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation.
Which one was that one?
That's the one that was produced by Saban with the fifth turtle, who's a girl.
Oh.
It was
It was on Fox
Was
Kids.
that a series?
It
Yeah,
was
it was a series.
It
I
had
remember
one,
that-
2 seasons.
I
one
saw a
season.
bunch of episodes. They fought vampires, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yes. They also had a crossover with Power Rangers in space.
That one was fucking dope.
Yes!
That's the
So,
only thing that was dope about
As I
it.
said, 99% of TMNT produce is great. If you ask to anybody who's a fan, they have a series that they love. Maybe it's the original, grittier and darker comics. Maybe it's the newer, current, not so dark but still dark comics. Maybe it's the original cheesy 80s series. Maybe it's the fucking sick 2003 series. That's my jam. Maybe it's the incredibly well animated, yet somehow not quite as well seen, Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That had Giga Chad, Raph, and
Giga
three
Chad Raph.
and 3 green Twizzlers as his brothers.
Yeah, the 2012. Maybe it's the CG series that came out on Cartoon Network that had Donnie in love with April for some reason.
That was weird.
It
But
was
then
still
again, they
good.
all had a crush on April, didn't they?
No, this was just Donnie, specifically
Just
Donnie.
Donnie.
Yeah,
Huh?
it was strange, but it still
And
had
then
its
we
good
had
moments.
Michael Bay.
Maybe we had Michael Bay, which surprisingly, having seen the first movie, Not as bad as people say it is. It's not quite good. It's not quite bad. It's just kind of like 7 out of 10, okay?
Yeah.
Megan Fox does a lot of pulling on this one. But overall, though, I kind of want to see the second one because I want to see Rocksteady and Bebop. And they look cool in the movie.
Yes!
Wasn't
Rocksteady was played by WWE superstar Sheamus.
I'm telling you, dude, wrestlers
It was
are the
a-
best actors. Just put them in front of the
It
screen.
was literally him before they mutated, and then him in
Mocap.
in mocap suit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, wrestlers, put them on the screen. They
It
know
was
what
so
to do.
ridiculous.
I kind of want to see the movie.
Have you seen Sheamus's gigantic mohawk from back then?
Yes, he's the wait. Sheamus is the white dude. That is like the Irish. Right?
Yes,
Yes.
the Irish
Yeah,
dude,
that is
gigantic
not
red
a
hair.
mohawk. That is, I stuck my fingers on the electric socket. Let's go.
He's related to one of the Muppets. What shows? Beaker or Bunsen?
Beaker.
That's like his cousin, apparently.
Good. He's based.
Apparently, that's canon.
So, point in case is, when it comes to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, almost everything they produce is good. Their video games, the majority of them, have been fantastic. And I figure, hey,
Yeah,
Oh.
Struggler. That's right. Her name was Venus de Milo.
thank you. That's the
In
one.
order to keep with the whole theme of they were all named after Renaissance
Yeah.
painters, but since there weren't many Renaissance artists who were female,
She's just
they-
a statue instead.
the statue of Venus de
Yeah,
Milo.
it's a statue.
It works.
I gotta be honest with you, I didn't hate that show because I saw it when I was little, so I'm like, yeah, it's weird, but okay. Okay. Important question.
Yeah.
Which origin do you prefer for Splinter? Rat that became mutant or man that became rat mutant?
The first one.
The first one.
Personally, I like the second one. It makes the connection with Shredder slightly more personal.
I
But
still,
the first one is cool too.
yeah, the first one's cool because he was the little pet rat
Yeah,
that
who
that
literally
was-
learned kung fu.
Yeah, he learned ninjutsu from his master, his owner, Matoyoshi.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, the CG movie. Thank you, Strongler. The one that had that really dope fight between Raphael and Leonardo.
It was the TMNT movie.
God
Yes.
damn it, I love that movie.
That movie was all right.
it
That
was,
cool.
it was, dude. That fight was fantastic.
I still don't want to hear any complaints about you for the design for Mutant
All
Mayhem.
right,
because
all right.
Giga
I
Chad
think
Raph
just don't look
and
like
the
a
three
four punch.
Twizzler brothers.
All
I
right,
can't help
guy.
it. But
Okay.
now it's the four Twizzler brothers. though.
All right, guys, quit butting heads, you pair of butt heads.
At least for the love of God, at least they made consistent. It was like clearly whoever produced Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had a favorite.
Oh
And
yeah,
like,
they
oh,
did.
Giga Chad Raph and these other three a-holes. I guess
Enormous
he's related.
Raph and these three dudes.
And
But
these three
I mean,
Jesus Christ.
I can't really speak against it because I'm a fan of Raphael. He's my favorite turtle.
There's not a problem
Raph
with
is
having
cool,
a
Raph is
favorite,
cool.
but then if you have one favorite, clearly it's like, oh, it's like this meme of the fucking what is
It's
Snow
like the
White had
thing-
a favorite
it's like the
dwarf.
thing who-
Oh, there's Big Dick what's his face Dopey and these six other assholes.
Oh no, it's pretty much it's like picking the Thing, the leader of the Fantastic
Dad,
Four.
why is my name
No.
Rose? Because your mother loved roses. Oh, okay. Thanks, Dad. No worries. Raphael from the Ninja Turtles.
All right,
Christ.
let's
But
go ahead and
I
continue.
digress. Point in case is, after a while, we haven't had video games from the Ninja Turtles in some time. There was an attempt a while ago by Platinum Games, but unfortunately, they did not have the budget or the time to make a good video game, so it ended, sadly, very lackluster.
Oof.
In between then, we had a couple of results, but the most recent one was a really fun beat-em-up done by the Boys on Steam a while ago, which was really fun, but it's about time we had a proper, high-budget, AAA, action-style Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games, and we are getting one.
All right, I'm all for it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin has
Oh,
now
I know this
been
story. I know this
officially
story.
revealed through a teaser trailer. Earlier this year, Paramount Pictures, no, just Paramount, teased that a video game based on the popular Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles graphic novel The Last Ronin was in development. While we haven't heard much since then, today, when this article came out in August the 11th, so it came out yesterday.
Yesterday.
Okay, so today, THQ Nordic's digital showcase gave us a teaser. Unfortunately, we didn't get any looks at the gameplay or additional information. In the Last Ronin graphic novel storyline, the final surviving member of the group works on a quest for revenge in a ruined New York City. Both the trailer and the new synopsis point towards being the case of the game as well. Who is the Last Ronin? In the comics, it was Michelangelo. Because, of course, we gotta take the party dude and just fucking turn him into guts from Berserk.
You want to know what's funny? There's actually a fan theory and it's semi confirmed from the original 1991, the first live action movie,
Eh?
where it very much well could have been Michelangelo who would be the last Ronin, who would be darker than all of them. Everyone
Yeah.
says like, oh, Raphael is the moodiest one, he's the angstiest one of them all.
So
Like,
everybody
oh no,
expected him to be the Last Ronin.
but take a look at this. Here's an idea. Here's a thing for you. Now, there's two scenes when they're waiting, when Donnie and Mikey are waiting for the pizza to show up. They're
Yeah.
looking at the thing, and they're looking. Hey, it's nice, the sky out tonight. Yeah. Hey, with Donnie talking to Mike. Hey, you ever think about what Master Splinter said about what we would do? When he wasn't around. You ever think about that? Time's up. He's 3 minutes late. It's $3 off. He doesn't answer.
He doesn't want
He didn't
to.
fucking answer. He didn't. And if you look closely in the little montage scene where they're off at that fucking farm to try to recover and all that,
Yeah.
Yes.
okay, we know that when we see the stuff, we see the boys trying to deal with the grief of losing Master Splinter and not knowing where he is,
Shit
and
was
you
wrong.
see Raphael on the top of the barn.
Yep.
Take a look at his belt. Did you see the size?
It's a big belt.
It's not size on his belt.
I'm sorry.
Those were nunchucks.
Oh,
that was Mikey.
So everybody thought it was Raphael, but it was Mikey already adopting the lone Ronin personality then.
Yeah, the only
Interesting.
thing they did is that when they were editing the movie, they changed the voiceover from it being, since it was dark enough that they could fudge it, that they dubbed it over with Raph instead of Mikey.
Interesting. Fun little fact though. Some of the most popular fan art of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is usually during the 80s there was a lot of very child-friendly cartoon shit. Inevitable, gotta fight with the censors. And this resulted in a lot of artists doing a lot of dark and greedy stuff with those cartoons. For example, do you guys remember the dark and edgy fan art of Inspector Gadget from back in the 2000s?
That's gonna be a general no.
Well, allow me to enlighten you. I'm going to deviate a little bit. There was
Sure.
some time back in the heyday where Inspector Gadget became
We started a half hour late. Who cares if we
exactly. Hang on a second. Okay, it began with Inspector Gadget in general began with a lot, and I do mean a lot of really dark and edgy future fan art. Because when you look at it from an objective point of view,
It's terrifying.
it's a good thing this man is an idiot. Because if he started thinking about what they did to his body,
He would go psychotic RoboCop on their ass.
and as a result,
he
a
would.
lot of people wrote a lot of really dark and epic and dark and greedy artwork. This one is from the year 2000 something. It's one of my favorite pieces, frankly.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
Looks
that.
like Vampire Hunter D. Yeah.
I
Okay,
remember that.
Send
That
me
is so
that
cool.
so I can show folks. At least send me
Yeah, I remember that picture.
the... Yo,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh,
shit.
here's the whole image. Let me send this to you.
Yeah, edgy Mike is edgy, says Struggler. Aaron Cooper likes the theory on there. What's the CG movie? Yep. He's the leader for some reason.
And there, send it to
Inspector
you.
Gadget RoboCop 2 style. Jesus Christ, that's terrifying.
No, it's a fantastic I said it on chat. It's just an image. It's not a link.
Oh no, well I'm gonna show the image to the.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Normally, people came up with this theory based on the fact that there was an episode, at least one episode of the series. As we know how Inspector Gadget works. He's a bumbling moron. The dog and the girl basically do all the work, right? There is exactly a couple of episodes where Penny is in actual terrible danger, and Gadget just switches into serious detective mode and becomes the most terrifying force in the entire police force. And he becomes actually effective. He completely dismantles an entire operation by himself just to rescue Penny. When the moment he gets laser focus, he could be a genuinely dangerous individual. And people just ran with that. And
Here
a
it
lot
is.
and a lot of dark fan art came
Look
around
at that.
itself. Yeah, hey,
Do you want this coming after you?
I cannot do
I don't.
So,
Fucking Claw better watch his ass.
so yeah, a lot of artwork from very kid-friendly shows became darker and edgier and greedier. That's how we got Spawn. But Teenage
Well,
Mutant
Todd
Ninja
McFarlane,
Turtles,
bless you, man.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did that a lot. One of the most popular pieces of art is usually one of the turtles wielding the headbands of his brothers wrapped around his body in a quest of vengeance. The implications are pretty obvious.
Yeah.
This is basically just taking that to its natural position and turning Mikey into,
Oh
Yeah,
man, that is so dope.
All right, let's get back to the article. So
Sorry, it
Really
kind
dope.
of makes me want to. I know it has nothing to do with it, but it makes me want to rewatch that Inspector Gadget movie with Matthew Broderick.
It was fun.
was
The
fun.
second one wasn't that good, but the first one was great.
That's because they changed him out with French Stewart.
But why?
Because they apparently can't afford Matthew Broderick.
Well, that's what they get. Anyway, from the minds of the creators of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and based on the best-selling comic book every event by Eastman Waltz, Bishop Delgado, and the Corsa Brothers, the official video game adaptation of TMNT. Click play. Let's watch that teaser.
We can't because then we're gonna get hit with a copyright
Just
claim.
put it on mute.
All right.
It's not gonna matter whether we mute it
We're
or
gonna
not.
just try to scoot past this. Okay, Black Forest Games. I want my Black Forest ham.
It's literally a teaser. They're not going to show anything that's not going to.
from the mind of the creators of the TV. It's literally the same video on here.
Eastman
Waltz.
Waltz, Bishop Delgado,
and the Scores of
Bros.
A
Four
candle for
candles.
each of them. Well, no, actually, for the Three Brothers and Master Splinter, I guess.
That
Look
is
at that shit.
that is pretty.
That
good.
is Kino so far, so
That
I
is
can
pretty
dig
sweet.
that, and we're not gonna. Okay, so let me scoot this over here.
Now, here's the part that worries me, though. According to
Let
the
me
senior
actually-
vice president
where is
of games and emerging
Okay,
media,
3, 2,
Paramount
1.
Global,
Okay,
back in
blows
March,
out all the fucking
The Last
candles.
Ronin will be a single-player action RPG similar to the modern
It doesn't
God of
show
War
any
series.
action.
Yeah, it's a
this is
teaser.
all-
It's just a
No,
teaser.
this is all it shows in development.
See,
Okay,
the part that worries
cool.
me is the part that they're saying this is going to be an action RPG based on God of War. The newest God of War is not what I would call a fun action game. With a camera third party hooked up to the other side of my ass and a million fucking climbing sections and puzzles so easy a child could figure it out. I hope that they somehow figure out a way to make that crap fun because I gotta be honest with you, I was not having much fun but when I got to the end of God of War Ragnarok.
Boy.
Supposedly the title will feature a mature tone, which should be exciting to the fans of the comic series. But Rosen made it clear that this game is years away from release. We're gonna have to wait a little bit, guys. It's currently slated to come out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S, and PC Master Race.
God almighty.
Be sure to check out
Tell
the
me
review
what's
of
on
trailers, reviews,
Switch.
the concession, etc., etc. So yeah, we have proper confirmation that we are getting a Last Ronin game. It might be good, it might be shit. Here's to hoping that they learn the lessons from God of War and don't make it exactly like God of War. Please don't make it exactly like God of War. That game was
Please,
freaking
guys. I like the game, I like the story, but for the love of crap,
Come on, guys, Double May Cry is right there.
it's literally right there. Like, listen, they are they are Ninja Turtles. They're not Spartan Viking turtles.
By all means, Struggler, do read the graphic novel of the Last Ronin. It is really well written. It's fantastic.
And
That's cool. That's good, man.
So, I got no issues with this at all. I've got no problem with it. Like I said, I said it on Los Amigos Play. I called out those cowards at Hostess. Why didn't you give us back our turtle pies? Or fucking the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle breakfast cereal
Yeah.
from the 80s and 90s.
You know what?
I remember
Should
That
that.
one was fucking tasty.
Should I make glow in the dark soda and just call it the ooze?
Right? Actually,
Bro,
no, they
come
can't.
On. I would have paid for it. Why
Angel,
not?
they can't do that because then you would just have Surge Soda.
Well, just
I know.
team
We
up
want
with Surge and make
Surge
it the
Soda
ooze.
doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, you know what? He says the right. DMC is right there.
Devil May Cry, not DMC.
The
Get
pro-
it right.
The
good
proper
one.
blueprint for a good action game is
The Capcom
right
one.
there.
It's right there, not the DMC Ninja Theory one. All right, let's go ahead and move
Wait,
on.
we don't need to move on quite yet. Quit rushing us, man.
I'm not rushing.
You're rushing us, man.
He's Russian.
How dare you
State
rush
your
us?
state secrets, coward.
All right, all right.
But
Mutaki, how dare you?
putting on to it.
I don't really know Russian,
yeah,
but I know
it's
Mutaki
right
is a fucking
there.
insult.
But well, like
Don't
I said,
threaten
maybe
Penny. Yeah, you're right, Aaron Cooper. Because Inspector Gadget will not hesitate.
one of the few times it gets serious is when Penny's in danger. Like for real, for real. We had a perfect. I mean, listen. I'm not saying they should do it. I'm not saying they have to. But we had nothing but Teen Titans go in Cartoon Network for the last 10 years. It's been very annoying. Listen, Gendy Tarakovsky. I know you're busy. I know you got shit to do. You're working on.
He's working on Primal.
You're working on Primal and Warriors Eternal Seasons 2. Congratulations on your work, by the way. Nice job. But if you get the chance to, my man, if
At
anybody,
your earliest convenience.
if
please.
anybody could combine the goofy, cartoony nature of Spectre Gadget with a good old touch of good old
now we're
ultra
getting
violence,
serious. Now we're getting serious here.
I'm just saying, if anyone could do it, I think he could do it.
You're asking too much, man.
Well, there's one other like Saturday morning style cartoon that they could style it off of, where
Whose?
they could have a little more story and it could be taken a little bit more seriously sometimes.
Who you think?
The DuckTales reboot, for instance.
You know what? Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
It'll be more kid friendly. It might not be as ultra violent as we might like, but it will still have like
To be
okay
fair, Inspector
when he
Gadget
turns
was
on his
very, very kid friendly, so you cannot do any worse than the original.
yeah true.
Right.
Like at that point, it would also show like Penny is like she's a child genius or whatever. Michelle Trachtenberg, she's hot to this
She
day.
is.
That's not the point. The point is that having her be a little techie genius would still work. To
Yeah,
this
I
day.
mean, we could do it.
fucking
Also,
the
you know
dog.
what? I don't care about politics or the policy regarding it or the reasons for it or copyright. I don't give a shit. I want my Governator cartoon.
The Governator,
Give me
yes.
my
Oh my
goddamn it.
god.
Listen,
Okay,
Arnold
that is-
You're
Schwarzenegger-
over here talking about how Lil Tay was a horrible meme. The Governator was just as bad, an even older meme,
Fine with
and
me.
it didn't go anywhere.
Well,
man.
it should have. Okay, listen. Arnold Schwarzenegger is already old. He's not going to be acting in action movies anymore. Put him behind a booth and have him voice act. It's fine.
He's
we can
probably listen. He's
Come on,
probably
man. Give me this.
he's probably way too expensive for anyone to
Oh, hello, Christy.
Yo,
Randall-san.
Christy!
Thank
Thank
you.
you
for
so
the
much.
$4.99
Fine,
super
just
sticker.
go, hey man, how much to buy the rights to your likeness and voice so we can do a governor?
You're going to have to speak with my attorney. You're going to have to speak with my publicist.
Fine,
I'm
call
very
them.
flattered by your attempts to bring the Governator meme. I enjoyed that quite thoroughly.
We need this.
But that meme is a little too old for me, if you don't mind my saying so. I'm trying to work on building a brighter future for younger people and giving them proper positive masculinity in order for them to actually have something to look forward to, instead of these stupid sissy men who call themselves manly men who are terrible, and their children get thrown in jail like that stupid Andrew Tate is a disgrace to everyone, and I may be over the hill, but not over the same. So I'll take a comment in front of his ass. I will fuck him up, and don't tell me.
He starts grabbing a gun without even mentioning. He starts armoring up into the
Meanwhile, Sylvester Stallone's in the background is like, "Hey, yo, we haven't started filming yet. What are you doing?
Put the gun down. We gotta get
Put
to
the
the
gun
action
down,
scene.
man."
Wait, no, this is not what I wanted.
Wait, what got? How did this happen?
It just kind of materialized when you get angry enough. It's a thing.
Hey, yo, come on, man. You're making yourself look bad.
Terry Crews in the
Listen.
back. What?
Listen, I gotta tell you, Sylvester, you're one of my oldest friends. I think I have a problem.
No, you don't. You have a solution. It's right there. Go shoot it.
Yeah, I think you got a solution, buddy. You could need to pull the trigger.
have a
and shoot
solution.
it, but
You have a problem.
Yeah.
You have a solution.
yeah.
Point in case is, listen, I will talk to his lawyer, and they probably just look exactly like him, which is kind of disturbing. Point in case, okay, better idea.
What?
I'm gonna go find his illegitimate child.
Oh my
Oh my
god!
God.
The one that actually looks like him.
What?
Yeah, you know, he has two children. One with his wife, and a legitimate one that we had with his maid. And the illegitimate child looks like his father, to the point that he took up bodybuilding, and he took a picture striking the iconic
The
chest
iconic
out pose.
Mr. Olympia, Mr. Universe pose?
I'm not kidding. He looks like the spitting image of his old man.
That's fucking terrifying.
And
I
I'd
don't
be
think
like,
I want
well,
this.
listen, you may be out of the inheritance, but you're still the son of a Schwarzenegger. So, we're gonna change the name.
No!
We're gonna call it the Janitator.
All right, let's go move on. Jesus Christ, we spent too much time on this.
Sorry, let's
Oh.
go ahead and talk about something funny. Let's talk about the fact that the AAA industry deserves to burn in a fire.
Wait a minute.
So,
Hold on. Is
as
this
you
is this
know-
where I'm going?
This
Where
is
I
where
think
you're
we're going?
Yeah, we're going there.
Okay.
As you know, Baldur's Gate 3 came out recently.
Yay.
It's a fantastic game. Even if you don't like it, you gotta admit that it's a good game. It's a complete experience, no DLC, no microtransactions, no live services, none of that $69.99 multiplayer only bullshit. It's
Live
a
service.
full, complete game. You pay your $60, you get 600 hours of gameplay in one of the best RPGs I've played in a long time. It's based on D&D, D5 edition or whatever. You roll your dice and you go on a goddamn adventure. It's fun. I can't believe I'm saying this. The game is fun. And while
Angel, it's okay. Fun is allowed.
Yes, and while I do have my reservations about some of the writing, like seriously, my party members are way too eager to jump into bed with me. I was just being nice. I was literally just being nice. Calm the fuck down. I don't swing that
Hello,
way.
stranger. How would you like me to bone you?
No, stop. Shadowheart is right there. She has my
Ah,
Yes, thank you, Aaron Cooper. Well, I hope that you're enjoying 3 like as much as I am enjoying 3, and as much as this man is going to enjoy 3. However,
Yo
it
ho.
would seem that the explosive success of Baldur's Gate 3 has caused, well, in their own words, it would seem my superiority had caused a bit of controversy. There has
Oh.
been,
collective jimmies has been rustled.
yes, but not by the gamers, but by the other companies. The explosive success of this game has had many game developers take to social media to basically go, guys, please don't hold us to such an incredibly large standard. They had 6 years of development, a team of 400 programmers, and a proper, well-established IP to draw from. And I'm sitting here going, you just described the majority of AAA studios. If they can do that, why can't these guys do that? The result has been a bit of a scare, as the Sportskeeda site says, Baldur's Gate 3 ambition deem an anomaly by third-party developers, while gamers want it to become a standard.
It's
Translation.
called This Is Good. We want good.
We had this before, remember?
We used to have
20
good.
Years, 20 years ago, we had
Say-
full games.
We used to have good.
We used to.
Remember?
It
all
wasn't
those-
even 20 years ago. It was like 10 years ago.
No, 20 years ago.
No, we had this 10 years
because
ago
20
too.
years ago, they sold the first DLC.
You mean we didn't have good games 10 years ago?
Oh, they were good games, but that was when they started selling pieces of good games to us. And the industry realized they were going to win.
I hate the safe, sexy bullshit.
Oh, yeah, no.
What do you mean safe?
Oh,
This shit
yeah.
ain't safe.
Oh, no.
These ladies look like they're gonna give us death by snoo.
Oh, no, it's very safe. Like, they barely show anything at all, which is kind of
Oh,
funny.
that.
Which is kind of funny because
Oh, that's fine.
because
I
one
don't
of the
give a
first
shit.
things that the game does is let you customize your genitals, but you never actually see them. Also, it also serves to highlight the hypocrisy, because many journalists are praying the incredibly open sexualities of this game, but you know, and I know, and you know, and they know, with knowledge born of knowing, that if this was a Japanese game... Wait, no.
You remember the freaking booby jiggles we were
don't
subjected to here
we
with
don't-
Asura's Wrath?
We
would
don't
be
have
worse.
to even we don't have to even give an example. There was an example. Final Fantasy 16 came out a while ago. People were criticizing the sex scene as unnecessary, even though they barely showed anything. But
Good
no,
fucking
this
game.
game, when everybody's apparently a huge hoe, no, that's perfectly fine. I'm telling you, dude, games like these are necessary because they show how hilariously xenophobic the journalist industry is.
Oh boy.
Don't watch the old episodes of X-Play. You are going to come out very disappointed. But anyway,
Good God.
point in case, the game is coming out as one of the 2023's biggest games in terms of popularity, and I'm not kidding. Look at the Steam metrics. They have hundreds of thousands of players. It's crazy. Nobody can
We
disagree
used to
with
live in a proper society.
that. We used to be a proper country.
country.
The later is evident in the currency courtesy of a long and steady development cycle. The game came out with an early access where they basically addressed as many issues as they could. So this game has been working really hard to address customer complaints. It slightly turns to the game belonging to the beloved Baldur's Gate series of CRPGs. Of course, scroll down. Now, no matter which way players look at it, Baldur's Gate 3 is a clear Game of the Year contender. It genuinely might be one of the best games that came out this year. Given its unparalleled scope on the modern RPG scene, there has been much hop-hop over the Larian Studios' latest project, racing for the bar of the genre. In fact, in a row recently I wrote with Twitter with the developers at this, that we should not expect this often.
Oh, bullshit! Oh, we shouldn't expect this often? Are you kidding me? Are you trying to tell us, oh, we shouldn't expect something good?
No. You will
But we
consume
want good.
No, don't
Jose,
ask. Don't ask.
what do you want out of your video games?
I want good.
No. Consume product and then get excited for the next product. That's
No.
all you're supposed to be.
I want good.
Alas,
I want product to be good.
But I want a good video game.
I want
sorry,
it
are you
good.
telling me you want your game to be completed from beginning to end?
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm sorry. The game is coming out broken. We have a 16 gigabyte patch. You're
No.
gonna have to deal with that. For
But
a
I
while.
want
already
the-
put so much money down for it.
No, because you're not putting enough money for the online store where you can buy all these cool cosmetics.
No, we don't need an online
You're right.
store.
You don't need an online store. What you need is a battle pass. where
I
you can
don't
pay
want a
$3.99.
battle pass. I want to play my game.
Oh, sorry. The servers went down. The game is dead for a while.
What the you mean the game is dead for a while? I've got the game disc right here.
That's not a
What me
disc.
to tell? You mean
That's
to
an
tell-
empty box with a download code inside.
What are you telling me? It's an empty box with a download code.
That's how we do games now.
No, it's not, Jose. Help me the hell out. This isn't what gaming's supposed
Upgrades,
to be.
people. Upgrades.
No,
I
it's
don't
not.
know. He's making a very strong argument.
What the hell? When did I lose you?
Listen, all I gotta do is like sell a few more lines of cocaine here and they'll be hooked for life. I'm gonna make the game really fun for the first hour and then I'm gonna hit them with all the bullshit at the end. They will never see it coming. I've been repeating this for the last 20 years and they have not stopped me yet. Why is there a gun train on my head? But yeah, I love the fact that we reached the point that a complete
Oh
game,
my God.
a complete experience is considered to be an anomaly. Xavier Nelson Jr. says, and quotes on a 10 Twitter thread that I will not bury my way through, like a lot of people I am deeply excited about the lovely folks at Larian accomplished with Baldur's Gate 3, but I want to gently, preemptively push back against players talking that excitement and using it to apply criticism or raised standard to RPGs going forward.
Fuck you.
I don't care how well-meaning your tweet was. You basically told us, don't expect any better. This is a once in a blue moon. You're gonna get a good game, and you're gonna like it. The claim was put forth by the user Rinaldo, aka Xavier Nelson Jr., in a thread. He's known for making indie games like Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a pretty fun game, actually.
Organ trading simulate? What the shit?
Yeah, it's a post-apocalyptic game. Now,
is so weird.
one tweet in particular caused a lot of drama, where he says, like a lot of people, I am deeply excited about
That's the same one you
yeah,
just
it's
read.
the same thing. Now, he cites many reasons why Baldur's Gate is such a picture-perfect position. Lots of development time, a large team featuring hundreds of talented individuals, the mature engine tech driving the game, consumer feedback with early access, and so on. All of this is true, and many players agree with him. He's making a good point. Like, games like those take time to make. But one statement has baffled many, where he says on the 7th fucking post, this is not a new baseline for RPGs, this is an anomaly. Trying to do the same thing the same way, especially without the same advantages, could kill entire groups of studios. Seeing how these stars may not align for anyone ever again, he claims that such a scope can be destructive for a studio from a financial and team health standpoint. But here's the thing, my dude. nobody's expecting that in the first place. It's clear to even the casual consumer that obviously no 10-man team in an indie studio could helm such a complex game without collapsing. Even Larian Studios themselves took over half a decade to develop Baldur's Gate 3. Instead, this job is meant for AAA developers with Hollywood-level budgets and large, talented teams. Yes, it is no secret that the gaming industry has had its share of rocky developments that resulted in disasters, like the unforgettable fuck-up that was Cyberpunk 2076, 2077 by Project CD Direct. Now, let's not try to rewrite history. For the first few year that game came out, it was a disaster.
It was a broken, janky bundle of a disaster.
And yet there are still fans who like it.
Well, yeah, they did, and props to them. It's good now that they fixed a lot of stuff, but
also don't forget No Man's Sky. It was bullshit.
It took 3 years to make it good.
Yeah, but it took them 3 flipping years. Good lord.
Yeah,
let me take a look at the chat because we're gonna get back on this in a moment. Let's see here. I hate safe bullshit going on. We used to get good games regularly.
Yeah.
Says Aaron Cooper. Angel is right again. I want to enjoy it.
Right.
Meanwhile, 13 Sentinels get ignored because of Japanese. That's
Don't
not
remind me
as.
what they did to 13
Crash
Sentinels.
Racing remake. Anyone?
Remix.
Literally put in the scum after everyone did their reviews. Fucking Activision. So we're just excusing mediocre work now. Apparently, that's what this guy's doing.
Unfortunately, that is what we're doing. The guy's basically saying, guys, you can't expect big studios with big budgets and lots of talented teams to do this.
Also, Justin Long is in the kick stream, by the way. Hey, up there, Justin Long. Welcome to the Ravens flock.
Thank you.
They're saying, hi, hey, guys, I love this already. We appreciate that, man.
Thank
and
you.
we appreciate
random
you.
Citizen. But yeah, he's basically saying,
I have a thing I need
guys,
to do. Give me 5
you
seconds.
can't expect small studios to dump this kind of effort into a big game. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But here's the deal, my man. We got plenty of big studios with bigger budgets, longer development time, enormous teams. Like Blizzard alone has thousands of programmers and people working on their work. And they cannot put out even a third of this level of quality.
Yeah, no, like, I would be a little more sympathetic for the developers in their argument if they didn't shoot themselves in the foot by creating so much hype and interest, hyping all this up only to produce such
nonsense,
subpar game.
Exactly. See, here's the deal. I understand. Indie studios on the whole cannot dump $1 bajillion into making a AAA title that will take me 1 million hours to beat with countless endings, interactions, and game mechanics and such. Okay, I get it. I understand. I'm not asking every single game to have the scope of Baldur's Gate 3. I am only asking for complete games. What we used to get, a game that is functioning, that it actually works when I put it on when I have a disc that I can put on a console. A game that doesn't have a goddamn shop for me to buy more shit from. A game that doesn't rely on fucking live action services just to nickel and dime me every time. A game that gatekeeps the fun away from me. When I cannot even earn it, I have to purchase it. And that doesn't work here. We're not asking for every game to be as good as Baldur's Gate 3. I'm asking my games to actually just be good enough.
Yeah, no, like, not every game has to be a freaking masterpiece like Ghost of Tsushima.
Exactly. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima took forever to make. It took a lot of work, research, artistry, programming, good writers, good screenplayers. It took a while. I don't want every single samurai game to be like Ghost of Tsushima, but I do want them to be complete games.
They should at least be games.
Another big example of incomplete games. Final Fantasy 15.
Oh God. Thank you for reminding me.
We stood by you too.
Yeah, and the only reason I still have a soft spot is because of the characters and the story.
Thank you,
I freaking love Gladiolus. Holy crap, he's awesome.
He's great. You know what? Thank you, Aaron Cooper. Not all games should require a credit card.
Thank you, Jesus.
You know when they require a credit card? When I purchased the goddamn game. Not before, not after.
Well, unless you're trying to do like a pre-order where they actually... You know what I miss?
I am never pre-ordering again. I made that mistake too many times.
I miss when the pre-order stuff was actually fun and cool. I believe one of our earliest memories was when we were dumbass kids going to West Shore Mall for the Halo 3 midnight release.
Oh, the Halo 3 midnight release.
That was fun as hell. You chugged down freaking Game Fuel. Like the actual Mountain Dew Game Fuel.
I pumped that shit in my veins, dude.
And we fed it to a security guard, and he downed the entire bottle.
My man was ready to go. He was looking for his own copy that day. He was about to do police brutality.
That was a lot of fun, man. I wish I was there.
And folks who pre-ordered, they got a freaking souvenir kit of stuff. They got artwork books. They got like special feature stuff. They got an extra disc that had bonus stuff. They got that Master Chief helmet.
It was pretty sweet.
That makes like a pre-order kind of worthwhile. Like,
Yeah.
hey, if you pay a little more, you get the early release day one, and you get all of this stuff to go with it. Not, oh, hey, if you order it, we might remember to give you the actual game.
We might.
Might-
We might remember your
Here's a
name.
cardboard with a code in it. Like, dude, we
Put some effort into it.
people
It's
don't
not
realize
that hard to
it.
print a disc.
It's been almost 2 decades since these horrible habits began. People do not realize how horrible the game industry has become since that point. Since the point where we decided money matters more than anything else, and we just started ruining everything piece
You
by
mean
piece.
capitalism?
Something tells me that under the other side of government, communism would not even make video games. But
But yeah, no, and
yeah, no, this is basically exploitation of the masses at this point. Now,
yeah,
playing the
definitely.
devil's advocate here, Nelson Jr. is correct that Baldur's Gate 3 matches Rockstar Games' level of ambition. But we can and should also sympathize with the fact that things don't always turn out as desired for studios. Cue Cyberpunk 2077 again, yet as the perfect example of a game that suffered due to a lot of internal problems. Mainly they announced it too soon. Unfortunately,
But it was breathtaking.
yeah, it was. But many gamers do not care for that shit. While some may be understanding of the detrimental effects of overbearing management and clashing design mantras and grant some leeway, most players are only concerned of getting a good, polished experience that has the maker's heart poured into it. So it is not a shock to see this viewpoint of Nelson Jr. get a lot of backlash from gamers who think this is a cop-out response. From Generalismo Snake, Baldur's Gate 3 is blowing away devs and journalists to such a degree that you have other video game developers coming out and saying, hey gamers, don't consider this a new benchmark for RPGs. It's an anomaly. It will be unfair to compare us to Baldur's Gate.
Please don't compare us to Baldur's Gate 3. We're not that invested in what you want.
Yeah, the buddy,
God.
no response you give me is going to be good for you.
That is not going to save
Rock Me Amadeus Volt says, guy who wrote tooltips for some indie game no one's ever heard of. Baldur's Gate 3 shouldn't be the new standard for small devs. Hacks AAA developers.
Yes,
yeah, this should not be a standard for anyone.
Ugh. All right. Let's
Yeah,
go.
He's gotten a lot of backslash for this because I get
well
where he's
earned.
Yeah, listen, I get where you're coming from, buddy, but you're basically telling us that we should accept mediocrity. We're not saying indie games need to match this level of quality. I'm saying that everyone should be aiming to have a level of quality like this. Even if you don't reach it, you should still aim for it. That is the bar. It has been raised. It is your job to
It's
jump
been
onto
set.
it.
The bar
Now-
is set.
Now, I can understand if they're like, I can understand from their point of view if they're trying to make us understand why the games turn out the way they turn out at the end results. But at the same time, it just sounds like they're just making excuses to justify their results. To justify
Exactly.
their games.
No, you're right. The customer is king as they spend their hard-earned money on 60-plus price games, many of which turn out to be mediocre or buggy. They do hence have the right to demand excellence at every turn. Case in point, the recently released Lord of the Rings Gollum was a project beyond developer Delic's Entertainment's capabilities. The game, with its poor design and horrible gameplay, should not have seen the light of day. In fact, studios should undoubtedly strive to deliver games that raise the bar for the industry, just like the legendary games like The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Half-Life 2 have done in the past. But the invisible bottom line is that both groups, developers and consumers, are often given the short end of the stick by unruly management. Take the case with Warcraft 3 Reforged, which, as per reports, turned out to be a mess thanks to publisher Activision Blizzard's poor management and minuscule budget. At the end of the day, some things truly cannot be helped on either side, yes. So it's a messy situation with no silver lining for developers or gamers. All we can hope for is that the stars continue to align for the release of well-rounded, polished games. So there is a lot of work behind the scenes to make a game, undeniably. You're working with budgets, scheduling, and the desires of the programmers. But at the end of the day, guys, as much as I sound heartless here, motivation matters very little. Results is the only thing that matters. If you put out a bad game, people are not going to play the bad game.
Yeah, unfortunately. And hey, speaking of bad games,
Speaking of bad games,
to wrap
Angel,
the
you
night up.
invoked the words. So
one last time before the episode ends. Gentlemen, let's talk about Blizzard.
Let's talk about Blizzard.
damn it!
As you know, Blizzard has recently teamed up with Microsoft as they consume... Activision Blizzard has teamed up with Microsoft as they start putting some games to the land of Steam. And one of the first titles to make it is none other than Overwatch 2. Now, Overwatch 2 has gotten quite a bit of flack because the gameplay is not that innovative. The new characters are kind of garbage. They remove a lot of features that they promise, including the single-player content, and they basically expect the people to keep dumping it.
Just a moment, Angel. since we're approaching the trash fire of Activision
Yes,
Blizzard,
yes,
and you
yes.
did invoke their name from that Sportskeeda article,
Alas,
we must toast them.
You torch, he talks.
we are here to
What's up?
celebrate.
He talks, you torch. Go.
Gotcha.
We are here to celebrate two things. One, the fact that the release of the newest hero is the blandest fucking person in the entire rooster. Seriously, they used to have cool characters.
Oscar, not rooster.
Roster. The rooster teeth. So, no, seriously, what happened to the characters? They used to be cool. But the fact that not only is the gameplay a complete mess, I am here to celebrate a momentous occasion. The fact that having literally tens of thousands of players online, this is, as of this moment, the lowest reviewed game in all of Steam.
The shit?
Only 11% of the reviews are considered positive, because basically the players decided, if Blizzard will not listen to us as we air our grievances, we're going to put them there for posterity. By the way, those fucks that are working on Skullgirl right now got together with Steam to delete.
You with the skull girl?
Yeah, they deleted a bunch of negative Steam reviews. They came right back.
What?
You can't escape the negativity. You build your house, you're gonna lay on it. So we're gonna scroll down a little bit through the page of Steam, so we can read a few of the Steam reviews, so you can understand exactly where people are coming up with this kind of crap. Because I figure it's only fair that you get a bit of the fun yourselves. If I may, thank you. Feel free to scroll down whenever you're ready.
Once I Why was I using the marshmallow as my microphone? Once I get back in position here. Good lord.
Dork.
Folks, if you want to see this yourselves, feel free to follow the link on this page over here. Yeah, reset the clock. Thank you.
Reset the clock.
Reset the clock. Thank you. We're canceling the apocalypse one more time. And no, the sequel to Pacific Rim doesn't count anymore. I'm sorry, guys.
What sequel?
Exactly.
You mean that fan project with John Boyega?
Man.
I mean, the special effects were very impressive, but the writing left a lot to be desired.
Man, John Boyega is my man, too. John Boyega. He was the Jaeger hunter. Look at this. Okay. Overwatch 2
looks exactly like Overwatch 1.
Now, we're going to go ahead and scroll through all of the requirements and all this stuff here. All the look at this shit.
Look at all the DLC.
First thing, free to play, fine.
Until it isn't.
You have the Invasion Bundle at $14.99 or the Invasion Ultimate Bundle $39.99.
This killed Overwatch 1, by the way. You can't play Overwatch 1 anymore.
Yeah, no, and apparently you can have all the DLCs in total for $79.96
for nearly $80
plus tax.
Plus tax. Damn.
30 plus heroes, 5-on-5 action.
By the way, they completely fucked up the context, because now you can't just play any heroes. Now you have roles. You need a tank, a DPS, and a healer.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they basically turned this bitch into an MMO, which is kind of funny because originally the Project Hammer, which eventually turned into this, was going to be an MMO.
Okay, so what happened?
It turned into Overwatch.
Oh, of course it did.
It basically ran into the multiplayer only bullshit, and it stuck there forever. So let's check out some of the overwhelming reviews.
Oh boy, here we go.
All reviews overwhelmingly negative. I want to highlight this and zoom in on this, and a whopping 88,000. Oh my lord!
Now we're obviously not
339 reviews.
Before we go there, I must let you know something. Due to Steam policy, you must be on the game for at least 2 hours before you leave a review, both positive or negative. Which means that the majority of people played this game for 2 hours and went, "This is shit," and the other majority stood on the menu screen, looking at their clocks for 2 hours before going, "This game is shit," and then wiping the game and wiping their hard drive.
Oh my goodness! Now,
wait, wiping their entire hard drive? They wanted the flavor.
Must be gone.
They wanted the flavor of Overwatch 2 scrubbed off.
Scrub that shit.
They grabbed their old toothbrush.
All right, now we're gonna go ahead and read the reviews. Now there's nearly 90,000 of them. We're not gonna get to all of them.
For the first page.
We're gonna go for the first page, and to account for this, we're also gonna have the link on the live chat.
Which
I cried at the part where Reaper said, "Buy, buy, buy," and locked the new heroes behind the battle pass and scrapped the story mode. Truly the game of all time. Thank you, Activision Blizzard.
Porn is so good, they made a game out of it.
This company is not worth your money. They essentially scrapped everything they promised for PvE and downgraded the game and are slowly reintroducing aspects of the first game and calling them updates. While the gameplay is still there, the greed overshadows everything else.
I love seeing this community working together so well.
Literally respect to the not safe for work artists that kept the game alive to this day.
No, seriously, I've seen some works that look better than the game now.
I miss Jeff.
I miss Jeff too. I somehow purchased Overwatch 1 for $40, which Blizzard then deleted and created this predatory microtransaction simulator instead. It's the exact same game, but they removed all the stuff that I pay full price for in Overwatch 1. If you played Overwatch 1 at launch, this is not only identical, this is the exact same game. Biggest cash grab of the 21st century.
Dear
All right.
Lord.
This one is just a meme.
Hold on, let me read
What
more.
image is that?
Oh, the
It's
Giga
it's
Chad.
It's the Giga Chad. It's the
Dun,
Giga Chad
dun,
meme.
dun,
Download the
dun,
game.
dun, dun.
Download the game.
Write
Write
a
a
bad
bad
review.
review.
Uninstall the game.
Damn.
Yes. Oh, God, what did I
All
do with
right,
the sword?
let's go ahead. Yeah.
I heard
This-
it fall.
Oh, here.
This game has been review bombed, and I've seen backlash from others saying how it's unfair. Let me tell you firsthand, no, it's not. In my opinion, this is more than deserved for what Blizzard has done. As someone who's has played hundreds of hours of both Overwatch 1 and 2, I have a good idea of what is going on.
Well, this guy came in with receipts.
I'm
boy.
not gonna freaking read the entirety of that.
Yeah,
So, as the meme lords would say, I'm sorry that happened to you, buddy, or congrats, I guess. But I'm not gonna read all that.
Okay, one more time down there. Let's see.
Oh God!
Bad game, good porn.
Recommended. Bad game, good porn.
Recently posted. No critical sex scene. 0 out of 10.
Ah.
I mean, it's certainly too watch over. Babies are in every game. The name of the game has to be in the name of the daycare.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Worst
and
game
then everything else is just
Run and
yeah.
hide. Paladin's better. Ha ha! Blizzard finally has to come to terms with the fact that most people hate what Overwatch has become. A heartless, money-grabbing, barely working PvP full of empty promises and broken dreams. Jesus.
Another one here saying bad.
That's a lot of
With a lot of these. All right, yeah. I think at this point we could stop.
Store-
There's one there.
Oh,
that-
there's just a link to Team
Team
Fortress
Fortress
2.
Wow.
So there you have it.
Hammed burger.
Hamburger.
And then you get to browse all
Feel free to
88,339
take a
reviews.
chance and enjoy the
Read it at your own leisure.
million check. By the way, yeah, remember, you have to play this game at least for 2 hours. So either you shit on it or you play in it and then you shit on it. Either way, this warms my heart. I am so proud for this community.
I hear you, man. I hear you. And that's pretty much
There
going
is
to do it
hope.
for us.
That's it.
That's going to wrap us up for tonight, and we appreciate all of you tuning in. And more importantly, we appreciate all of you who stood around and was patient
They
while we were
forgot
running
to add
late.
content for 3 years.
Wait, what?
The game came out 3 years ago. Only now we're getting stuff
Where's the thing? Oh,
on the right. Porn's so good they forgot to add content for 3 years.
Poor so good they made a game out of it.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair.
All right. So
be
we
fair.
So we do thank you all for tuning in. You guys have been great. You guys have been awesome and very, very patient with us since we were running late.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yes. So
in our defense, I was stuck in traffic, and
it's okay. We know.
It's
You're fine.
okay.
Yeah.
I did
we're-
it. I stalk you in traffic.
we're both you guys are bad luck
get it.
around tech.
Steam
Angel
and
can't be
security.
trusted.
Juan, you don't have to explain.
No, like Angel can't be trusted to not set the tech on fire. And Jose, you had the Swedish instructions.
All right.
I don't
Why
know
didn't
where
you-
you got the Swedish
Why
instructions.
didn't
from.
you learn
I-
Sweden? What is wrong with you?
You got Google Translate. You can scan the photo.
I did. He
There's
started
no
talking to me about
excuse.
all
frogs
right.
and
All
goats.
right.
I
Let's wrap up.
apologize to everyone. It is actually my fault. I was out with my pumpkin power brie, and
K Storm is high as a kite right now.
I am not.
Yeah, you are.
She's high.
Actually, I'm not
She's
Oh.
high on life.
high on life because I got to hang out with my sissy.
It's called serotonin. I heard it's pretty good for you.
There was
Man.
there was a Pokemon party today.
Man,
Hey.
I love some serotonin right now. Where can I buy some of that?
That's a question for another
I get
time.
that in
But
check?
folks, we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up. And you guys have been awesome. You guys have been great. I don't have any monthly announcements for this month, but make no mistake, folks, we are going to continue the story, the anime that is Asura's Wrath, aren't we, Angel?
Yes, we will every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will have another episode of Los Amigos Play, where we play video games and talk about them because we love video games. We are currently on the journey of the greatest anime made by CyberConnect 2 and Capcom, Asura's Wrath. An anime so good that it never got released on the States. There is only a bunch of subtitles describing it. Wow, I just realized something.
What?
It has the same quality of that bootleg DVD of that we had of
Of what? Tekken Blade?
Tekken and Blade.
Oh,
my
my
God,
God,
yeah,
you're
all
right.
right.
Hiding the tears behind the mask.
No,
The
behind
Max.
the Max.
The Max.
Where they misspelled mask.
Next episode, kill me.
All right. And for any pro wrestling fans out there, tune in on my program, Wrestle Rewind, every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, where I will review I will highlight the best matches, the best talk segments, the greatest OMG moments to happen in the world of pro
And the worst.
and the worst to happen in the world of pro wrestling between WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling.
Nice.
But before we get to that, we do have another show on Wednesday nights, Juancho.
You're damn right, and that would be my program, The Black Files, the uncensored, uncompromising interview and review podcast where we go and take a look at the darker side of nerd and pop culture, and we try to use our keen, penetrating gaze into these topics in order to try to drag out whatever truth we can out of it. This past week, we had to deal with some assholes head on. And I'm talking about the Sussex Squad, the Sussy Bakas, the fucking the Sugar Hill Gang, who are vehemently and pointlessly obsessed with the royal couple of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. They came after our boy, Andy
the
Signal.
Respect Our Privacy couple.
Oh, yeah, the people with no privacy demanding to be respected for their privacy.
The South Park couple.
I will never understand celebrity worship. It just generally makes no sense to me.
The fucking they came after our boy Andy Signor. They tried today while we were on Los Amigos play to come after our girl Steph the Altar Nerd. They were literally trying in the middle of the chat like, "Oh, you're just trying to grift all these people. You're trying to take all these folks out for their money." And Steph, with a smile on her fucking face, you would have been proud, Angel. You would have been proud, Jose. You know what she said? I'm not doing the damn thing of the like. What I said, what I'm doing is 100% clear. I am exposing these harassers and these cyberbullies by showing exactly what they say, exposing them for the fucking bullies that they are, and I'm monetizing their shit.
Hey, man.
I'm making money off of them trying to harass me.
Hey, man, if the clown prances in the middle of the circus, am I not supposed to laugh?
And they tried to go ahead and drag me into this by simply standing up for our YouTube siblings over here.
But we've already made our stand perfectly clear on that Wednesday night, and I do thank everybody for tuning in on that Wednesday night. And
Except Angel's stance. Other than the whole thing of celebrity culture worship, any thoughts or any message for the Sussy Bakas?
What is there to say? I'm not gonna play chess with pigeons. Let them scream in the void, and let our boys do their thing, and let our gals do their jam. At the end of the day, no matter how much they worship the celebrities will still behave like clowns. And I think we should go back to the ancient Greek days, where actors and actresses were seen as little better than prostitutes.
Ow.
And on the topic of slavery.
Oh my god.
so we're gonna and of course tune into our main show, our number one show here on this channel, The Ravens Flock, every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube at Kick, where we, the motley crew of nerds, myself, Angel Mendez, and Mr. Juan Arouse, will be here to discuss with you on the latest news circulating in the world of nerd and geek culture. Whether it's a busy week, a slow week, or even a dead week, it doesn't matter, because there's always something to talk about, and we're here to share it with each and every one of you.
Thank you.
And we appreciate all of you tuning in. Everything that we've been doing here on this channel, from our shows to our subathons, our watch parties, our
they're cow bags. You're
our
right.
multi-streaming channels, our con appearances, our interviews, everything that we've been doing is all part of our determination from 2013 to make your voice our mission. Now, with that being said, Juan,
Why
plug
don't we
us
just
away.
call it human resources? instead?
Angel, shut up!
Wait, what? Human resources?
I promise I will
Oh my
not,
god, okay.
I promise I will not
cut
get
his mic.
political. One drink later.
I can't.
Let me tell you about this German guy I know.
Okay, you're done. I
Juan,
cut Angel's microphone.
let's go for it.
Folks, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, and yours truly, Juan Arouse. as we
Oh
bring
shit,
you-
hang on a minute, interruption. We said her name!
Oh shit! Steph is still up in the chat!
We spoke her name into existence.
I thought that only worked on Joe Hendry.
Well,
No!
Say his name and he appears.
Steph!
Thank you,
I
Clive,
believe in Steph the Altar Nerd.
Well, you see, the problem is that she has become a mimetic phenomenon, not unlike vampires of old. When you mention her name, the entire nation of the UK literally starts to exist.
You're both wrong. It's by the power of my words. I mentioned
Your
Steph-
words, I mentioned Steph first.
Yeah,
So
but then I
wait,
piggyback
are you
off.
saying that
Yeah,
it's by the
piggyback
power
it.
of memes?
The memes, the
The
DNA of the
memes.
soul.
The DNA of the English.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no, Steph, to give you a little recap, we were just sharing our thoughts about the whole situation going on with these idiot suck squad that
The
were
Sussex
coming
squad.
the Sussex squad that was coming after you and Andy during this whole crap.
And me.
Here's
And
our
Juan
little take on this goddamn circus act
on
that
this
went
whole
down.
circus act with the South Park couple.
But nonetheless, we are happy that you're still happy, thriving, moisturized, and in your lane. Enjoy yourself, honey.
Jose left the building. Says,
No, I didn't leave the building. I'm still here. But Juancho, go ahead and continue to plug us away.
All right, yeah, we were wrapping up over here. But folks, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, and yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we bring you the latest news in the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. Working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission. Join us live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This time we kind of were late. We were at 8 p.m., but that's not important. We're normally at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button. Ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button. And let me just, what Steph is saying here, I am so living my best life regardless of the Sussex squad losers!
Hells yeah. Go
Steph
on,
has the
Juancho.
last laugh. They paid for her jewelry. Ha!
Ha.
You're right. She had this new pretty necklace over here. Until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/The Ravens Flock, Twitter.com/Ravens Flock 13, Instagram.com/The Ravens Flock Online, Twitch.tv, no, Kick.com/The Ravens Flock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring this tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/The Ravens Flock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock. They paid for Steph the Alternate's Vivienne Westwood jewelry, LOL.
All right, folks. Thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet. We are the Ravens Flock, and we are out.